I wouldn't say our product challenges conventions. It honestly uses conventions more than it challenges them, especially the codes of the romantic comedy genre. The upbeat music was very easy to find. I had an idea for what I wanted for the background music the entire time that we were working on the project, because the song Royals by Lorde really fit the theme and the upbeat feel to the beginning of any rom-com. We also used the convention of getting ready with the main character. It's a great way to introduce who the audience is going to be sympathizing with, the same way that you would introduce a character at the beginning of a novel. The dialogue of our project represents the social groups of siblings and sibling relationships, and shows how jealousy plays a big part in the relationship between some siblings and how unfairly some can be treated. And it shows it from the less cared for siblings' perspective, which I feel is tackled quite a bit in other forms of media and other productions, but is never quite outright said the same way that our main character does it. Our product engages with the audience by immediately throwing them straight into the main character's life and using different camera angles to make it seem like they personally are there seeing as the main character gets ready. It's a great way to establish a connection between the audience and the main character so that they know that they will be caring for and looking after this character through the whole screenplay. To produce it as a real media text, there is the option of sending it out as is to the public through video platforms such as Vimeo and YouTube, as we have done, or possibly even turning it into a full-length movie and distributing it that way through amateur filmmaking competitions and short film competitions, and if made into a full-length movie, even distributing it through theaters. A lot of the production process was put on me in this project due to communication and availability errors. So I became better with my time management. Most notably, I became more open to different camera angles. In the first shooting of our production, it came out with a lot of straight-on camera angles and only showing the face and dialogue. But after looking at different examples, I found that it's much better to vary the camera angles. My ability to edit effectively and efficiently also improved throughout this project. I am now able to finish editing a full 2-minute production in less than a day, whereas 2 minutes of production could take me up to a week before I started this project. Technology was very finicky and held me back a lot during this project. I'm most familiar with editing with the Adobe Premiere Pro software, but unfortunately I did not have access to it for my first draft of this production. I resorted to Windows Movie Maker and was unfamiliar with it, so I eventually managed to get my hands back on another copy of Premiere Pro and was able to finish it that way. I also had to use Amazon Music to get our music because I do not trust online softwares to pirate music and find it incredibly unfair to the artist. So I had to use the online program of Amazon Music to purchase it, and became familiar with the mechanisms of a gimbal and the accompanying app. I had to utilize this to keep my camera shots steady and focused on one point, and I found it a great asset because my shots are more stable than I had originally anticipated and had shot by myself in my first draft.